Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with another high school story. um, Hopefully, you guys are liking these school stories for sure. I definitely enjoy making them. You know, like you know, sometimes I look back and like some of the good moments that came out of high school. As far as I remember, I had a lot of positive memories with every grade. Um, But just a little disclaimer for this video. Like whatever I say in this video, it is not bragging rights. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you like what were the events that happened in this specific grade. So just bear with me, guys. All right. So, um, maybe some of you guys were gonna ask me this, and I mentioned it here or there throughout my high school stories. Was I ever popular in high school? And the answer is yes, but only in the ninth grade. Because, oh my gosh. I believe it was the first day that I went back to public school. It's been a long time since like first grade. It was second semester, right? And man, a lot of people like they're like me too. Like I wanted to catch up with everybody who I went to school with. They were giving me all this attention, and like literally, I felt like I was the new kid, right? At least new to the high school system. But then again, every ninth grader was new to that, so they knew their way around. Um, and this is where the popularity part comes in. Like after the first week, it started happening the second week, right? Um, a lot of these girls that they wanted to be, well, I guess they wanted to be my friend, and I know a couple of them had crushes on me, but there was one girl in particular that I never had a crush on, but like I said, like she had a crush on me. Since the first grade, apparently, like oh my gosh, like I only saw her as a friend, still do to this day, and I would still want to catch up with her, have a proper like in person conversation, you know. I'm pretty sure she's in college now, but like if you ever watch this, just know that in the ninth grade and I guess going forward, all I ever wanted to do was just you know talk with you privately, right? Like not like that, guys. Just again, just a basic normal conversation, like oh, how have you been these last few years? Or like oh, doing great. Like oh my gosh, like that type of thing, right? For the real legends who know what I'm talking about, you're awesome. Um, they were just for just the first month they were nonstop um just being around me, you know. And the reason why I was popular is because like my grandma worked through the whole Monticello school system through the years, and then she retired in 2011, and like people like know me from her. Like oh my goodness, like she has left such a great impact and a legacy in the school system. You know, like I don't understand how she did it. You know, she always kept a positive attitude. You know, um, um, I'm not saying that she worked in the high school when I came in. No, she was still in the nursing home. I'm also thinking like, did I become popular because of like my grandma, or like I just came here to like catch up with my old friends? You know, like what did I do? I didn't do anything to become like the cool kid. You know, and some of my other buddies were like, hey man, you're so cool. You're picking up a lot of chicks. Like, um, thanks, I guess. But there was this one girl in particular. She was the leader of her group, and she was just again, no, not bragging rights. Like I said in the beginning of the video, she was she was obsessing over me. But here was the problem. Again, this was the one girl that I mentioned. Like again, I'm not gonna bring up names, but if she ever watches this video, you're the culprit. um, she was like she also told me she had a crush on me too, but she told me like, oh, she had a quote unquote boyfriend. Like, oh, well, that's good to know. Then you gotta stop doing that, okay? Me and Tegan have talked about this on the channel, so ladies, you gotta stop playing games, okay? We're sick of it. And it came a point where like even during the second week, like I became friends with them on Facebook, and we would do like video chats every night. Oh man, and let me tell you guys, I was really nervous being around these girls because uh, I never experienced like being around a bunch of girls and like being like the cool kid, the popular kid. Like I wasn't one of those cool kids who like, um, basically you're a jerk, right? Like, huh, what's up? I can pick up more chicks than you. Like, huh. I was just in the high school. I was just in an uncomfortable position, because like again, I was trying to get myself used to that environment, because like I said, it has been um see 2008 was the last time that wait it has been 8 years since since that event. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for the last few months, like everybody just wanted to talk to me for sure. um and there was even one chick that recognized me, like when I was trying to find my class. Like she was like, oh, I remember you from school. Like, oh my gosh. And I knew who it was. Again, I'm not gonna name names, but she was also like the last time I saw her was in the first grade. Oh, like I would love to get in contact with her too. Like even with the other chick, like I saw her as a friend too. Like this was the chick on the last day of school, first grade. My dad was picking me up, and out of nowhere, guys, I'm pretty sure I've said this story on the channel here. Out of nowhere, she jumps on my back. I don't know how. Oh my gosh, I didn't drop her or anything, but just like, um, because we were also on like the road too. She would have like hit her head or something, break her back. I don't know. And I was just gasping for like, Dad, help me. Oh my gosh, like okay. So to that other chick who did that to me, why did you do that to me? Like, again, it's pretty obvious that you had a crush on me back then. Hopefully you don't anymore. But again, I would also love to have, like a regular conversation with you again. Why did you do that? Like, ever since then, that has bothered me for a long time. Yeah. So enter 10th grade, right? That's when things started to die down, and that was good because at this point I just wanted to be invisible. Honestly, just go to school, get my work done. And I've said this a few times too in the channel too. Like I could have played basketball, but I didn't want to go out like that. Even if I did play for the team, I would have done it just for fun. Then again, like the popularity would have gone like 10 times higher. I would have got invited to these parties and all, and just like, no, guys, I don't want to go out like that. I just want to be a regular kid. Be invisible too, along with that, like, and I got my wish. Sure, there was a few people that, gave me some of the attention, just like, no, like, I don't need this, okay? I didn't ask for it. I don't deserve it. So just back off, okay? Like, what is it about me that you see in me, people? Like, I'm not. I don't want to be popular anymore. And like I said, that has like degraded through like the next years of high school, right? Um, Again, I don't remember if I mentioned the story too, because this was when I was finishing up senior year, right? Like 4 years ago. Jeez. Um, we had like a little senior get together. Like our last few days, we had like a little senior events, and we went to the gym, and they do shout outs, right? Like, live shout outs. And the first dude that gives a shout out it was to me. And it just felt like a dream. Like just felt, it didn't feel real. Like when he said I would like to give a shout out to Blu-rayDave, and I'm just like, what? He just said my name. Oh my gosh. I was so scared, but I had to build up the confidence, you know? Everybody was cheering and clapping. I'm still embarrassed to this day. And I even had to give one of these, like, you're welcome. Like, I still can't believe that happened. And I looked at him. I was looking at him like, I didn't talk to him about it, but I was looking at him like, why did you shout me out? Like, again, I don't deserve it. I don't. Like, bro, I appreciate it, but like I just needed to finish high school and continue on with my life, continue working, you know? And still to this day, work is 10 times better than school. And to be honest with you guys, I've said this too. I miss those nights like when I officially started working my senior year, I missed it like because I had 15 hours a week, right? So like it depended on the weekdays and the weekends. Um, Sometimes I would get a 7 hour shift on the weekend, depending on the day. Um, like I would miss it just like getting kind of like my closing shifts, you know, like the 4 to 9s, and I do not miss the facing though. I'm not. I don't think dairy right now where I'm working at. Like I don't think they face anymore as far as I'm concerned. Like oh my man, like it was just so awful though. The facing guys, I get it was just awful. Like I hated like especially in the freezers because it would like freeze your fingers at an instant. I had to wear like gloves all the time to like just to not get cold. You know. Same with work. Like, I wanted to be invisible too, and I kind of was when I was a stock boy. And, unfortunately, guys, still to this day, I am recognized a lot popular at my work because of I cashier, and obviously that's where you get the most recognized. Like, no, when you're a stock boy or stock person in general, you don't get the hate, right? Still, you got to deal with a few customers here and there, because I'm happy I still got the experience as a stock boy working in dairy and grocery because most of the time you're just working your butt off. You're putting up stuff on the shelves, and then you again you get a customer here nor there, like ask you like, hey, where can I find this, or like, hey, can you tell me how much this is, or like whatever, like yeah. Still, my main concern with high school is like just to reconnect with my old school friends, and I still keep in touch with some of them. I didn't get to talk to all of them. Some of them have moved away. Some of them I didn't even recognize or whatever. Like, some even went to different schools, but they still graduated at the same high school district. Like, I'm like, where the heck have you guys been? Can I join where you're going? I will give a shout out to uh, a dude here. Oh, who I'm pretty sure he might have been new, or he might have been there for a while. But shout outs to Noah. Um, I know he was part of our homeroom, and I had some classes with him. Like he was just a pretty chill and quiet dude, but like he knew, like he was pretty laid back. Like he knew how to again keep his cool and all that. Like like mad respect for that dude. Like um, I don't know what he's doing now. Um, you know, could look him up through social media, see what he's doing. Like or just like DM him. Like just to again talk like. Um, Yeah, I've also mentioned this in a few videos too. Like, I am lucky to this day that I am still like even in direct contact with some of my school buddies. Like, again, Tegan, Bryce, um, there's a couple others. Um, just yeah, and recently, this was last weekend. Tell me in the comments, whatever store you work at, do you have like teams from different schools, like especially high school, like they do fundraisers and they help bag or whatever? Um, Another big shout out. Shout outs to Herfindahl. Oh man, I hated choir. Like I took it for 2 years straight. Wasn't my choice, but I respect that dude too because like at least he knew what he was doing, and he made me appreciate the song "Danny Boy" a whole lot more because like man, that was like the best song to sing. His choir group was helping out our store last weekend, and before I went on my first break, like he might he might even recognize me sometimes. Like I have had him come through my lane a couple times, but he like had a full on beard and he had like a little bit of mustache. Like to give him a proper handshake, like hey, like how you doing, Herf? Like oh man, oh man. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, yeah. Again, besides him, some of my other teachers do come through my lane, and some of the Aperas, Um, I'm not saying it's impossible, but like just with a couple of teachers or whatever, like I would just love to hang out with them for a day. What are they like? What are they like when they're not working, right? Like I have favored a few teachers over the years, of course, and I have mad respect for them. And when I was going to high school, like it made me happy to hear that they were getting the recognition that they deserved because yes, guys, um, teachers in general they deserve the recognition. They work their damnedest every day to teach students every day and have to go through the same crap every year. Some transfer here and there, but like mad respect. The sucky thing about this was that you couldn't even be friends with them on social media. Like I tried friending some of my teachers, especially in the ninth grade on Facebook, but then the rule was like, oh, you can't be friends with your teachers, especially like in high school. Like um, in our special needs classes, there were special cases, right? Pun not intended, guys. I'm sorry. Where that specific teacher that will help out a specific student, or I guess a couple other students, right? I didn't get this, but like, hey, like I just want to check up on you, see if you get this assignment done and all that. Like I want to make sure you get a better grade. Like some of my friends through high school years have shown me their texts with their teachers. Like that's pretty cool. Like you're lucky that your teacher is helping out with this. Like at least like I'm pretty sure they'll allow just like giving the student their phone number and that's it. Like to talk. Like I can understand that to a degree, right? But not being friends on social media. Come on, be like George Carlin. Take a freaking chance. Let loose. Um, this kind of got way off topic, but it kind of relates to this video. So either way, so So yeah, guys, hopefully, like, I explained this carefully. Like, um, I don't sound excited about it because, like, sure, it may have been fun back in the day when I was just 15 years old and finishing up the ninth grade and just just trying to reconnect with old friends. Like I said, I did not deserve that attention. Like, yeah, every new kid can relate. Like, even I was like, I hate being the new kid because you get all this attention and all that. Um, but like I said, after ninth grade, like going into 10th grade, like everything just died down, and especially during lunch, like the first 2 months, I was just having lunch by myself. Like whenever I had my personal lunches, like I missed it when we would sit anywhere, like I miss sitting on the steps on either hallway and like, but of course the new stupid rules, like ever since fall 2017, they applied these new stupid rules. So let me know in the comments if you're still at the high school and if they have enforced new rules. Like they're just completely ridiculous. Even when I was finishing up senior year, things were looking pretty bad for the student body. Like, oh my gosh, there's agendas being pushed, and we don't need that. Future students do not need that. I'm sorry, they don't need that. And thanks to my brother, who was still going there for the next 2 years, he was telling me and my family all like the garbage and the crap that's going on in the high school. Like, it's a good thing I graduated because yeah, with all the woke agendas and like they're enforcing stuff on kids nowadays in schools in general, like it is 10 times worse. Stupid government school, I swear to God. Anyway, yeah, again, it was fun while it lasted, but at the same time, it just wasn't really needed. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please send the post notification bell, share my content if you haven't already. And seriously, comment down below, guys. What are your general school experiences like, right? Like, were you the new kid? Did you experience popularity? Or, like, did you have any other experiences? Again, I would love to know in the comments below. I'm going to keep saying this on the channel for years to come. I will always treasure sophomore year because that year got super easy for me, and jeez, like I'm just totally speechless, guys, because again, like that was a better experience for me. And the school lunches were awesome, especially the nachos. All right, again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, bye. May the Lord be with you guys always, love you guys. Peace out, guys, and if you're in school right now, just do the best you can, okay? There's no such thing as the perfect student. Never is. Or never was. There we go. Alright. Alright. You guys have a good night now. Bye, guys.